Oh, do I feel good today? What is up, DTL Universe? It is your boy, the coach, and we are back. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I already see a couple in the chat that baseball did not treat you that good on Sunday. Thank God that week one of college football is upon us. We've got ranked matchups, and we've got you covered right here at Driving the Line. For those of you that are brand new to us, just trying us out, welcome. This is all about community. This is all about you. On your way in, hit that like button for me every single time because it really helps the show grow. We are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And starting on September 8th, we will be live on Sunday mornings, also at 10 a.m. Eastern time. But week two of the brand new DTL, the podcast, is upon us. We tweeted out around 2 p.m. I encourage you. We are partnering with Pantheon. They are an incredible partner every single day, 20 to 30 minutes, fresh content. It is not just the audio from this show. And for you premium members of the crew, you get the video as a crew exclusive dropped every single day as well. So all of the content everywhere. Follow us. You will not be left out. Now, the man behind the brand, how it looks. We've got an incredible tag team. But my partner, my 5-tool player, welcome to Christian, brand new crew member. Thank you, Christian. Welcome in the man that wears that big Tennessee hat, but sometimes a smaller DTL hat. Good morning, AB.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Good morning, everyone. It's a great Monday, and I tell you what, we picked a good day to give everybody a day off on Sunday. There were no baseball losses over here.
Ooh.
Major League Baseball Sundays are terrible.
They're terrible. And yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm almost to a point that I'm ready for. I was talking with Vince Russo over the weekend about a few things. And he's like, Coach, I'm ready for the baseball playoffs. And I said, other than Aaron Judge, I think everybody else is ready for the baseball playoffs too.
Yeah.
Once you
he's
start
big Giants
football,
guy, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. We're gonna bring him on the show. He really wants to be a part of DTL. And I said, all right, you were in charge of the Monday Night Wars. You were part of it. We can make you a little space here at DTL. We'll see.
He's done TV before. He'll be all right.
Once or twice. By the way, AB, you talk about it all the time, the community of what we're building. How about Christian? He joins the crew, and now look at the entire chat. Welcome, Christian. Welcome to the crew, Christian. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. And the same thing. Another one, Jay Gordreau. I hope I pronounced that correctly. The exact same thing. Welcome to the crew. And the exact same reaction. That's why I'm telling you, it's no BS. Like, this is the best crew in the game. Coach, you're like me. I've done a million shows out there and nothing against anybody else, but I'll put this crew up against any show, anytime, anywhere. They're like Georgia Tech. You can put us in another country. We're coming to whoop you. That's what we do.
And we're going to hit 59-yard field goals. That's what we're going to do. And the greatest part is watching Dave Portnoy lose a huge bet on the under 27.5 in the first half. That was glorious. That was just a little cherry on top. Yeah. Watching him watch a 59-yard field goal to go to the over in the first half. Who bets a big bet on a first half college game week one, AB?
Well, the first half, dum-dums. But I tell you what, everybody, the DTL crew had the under 55.5 in the game. Yeah, it was feeling good.
Who's got it better than us, AB?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody. And with that being said, our man Howie Schwab is always remembered here at the show. What are the crew play of the day selections, sir?
Yes, Howard Schwab going Major League Baseball here. 2 games, 4 options. Astros Phillies over 8. Astros Phillies under 8. Blue Jays Red Sox over 9. And this is game 2. All right. And then Blue Jays Red Sox under 9. Now, if I am correct, this is the game where the catcher that was traded from the Blue Jays to the Red Sox, he has to start for what? The Blue Jays? Yeah, it's wild.
It could be Major League history. It could be the first time in the history of Major League Baseball today that one player plays in the same game for 2 different teams. That's crazy. But
I'll tell you what I'd be doing. Hey, I'd be asking what the signals are like.
Yeah, exactly. And that game starts, I believe it's a day game. Here on my list, it just says suspended. So I know there's one day baseball game, Royals and the Guardians, but check the time for that suspended game on when it starts. All right, I got the best crew in the game, and they are standing by. They are ready to go. So, AB, if you don't mind, it is now time for the picks. Oh, look who I have at my fingertips. Oh, my goodness. Now, he is busy all over the weekend, and because it is week number 1, because we're going to be doing all kinds of college football, and because he will be on DTL, the podcast, later today to discuss underdogs winning in week 0, I'm going to give the 15 seconds today to our good friend, the Z-Man. Good morning, Z.
Oh, good morning, everyone. I had a big-time weekend. College football, week 0, FSU. Now, look, I'm here in South Florida. I've grown up a Miami Hurricanes fan, so obviously I hate FSU. I'm a University of Florida grad, so obviously I hate FSU. What a weekend. What a way to start off the college football season. And how about it is week 1, and this week I'm going to be at Florida, Miami in Gainesville this weekend. It all comes together. It's all happening, guys. I'm very excited for football.
If only we had a podcast to discuss Miami and Florida today. Oh, I guess that we do. Download it around 2 p.m. Eastern. Z-Man will be there to talk about Miami and Florida and perhaps another underdog covering just like they all did over the weekend. Now, this man is just biding his time. He is just doing check mark after check mark. And if you guys aren't tailing his soccer and his knowledge, you're missing out. He is the man from the dirty. Charles, good morning, sir.
Morning, Coach, crew. Yeah, Zaslow with some Gator bait. I like to hear it. Yeah, tons of soccer. Nice little weekend. Plus, there it is. Yeah, we have a loaded week of soccer, so excited to get it going.
You're damn right. And he is our numbers guy, and he's got all of the inside information. He's always on top of everything that we do. He is only one man, but it seems like so much more. Rafael Esparza. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. I am just happy the coach is not Floyd Mayweather because he might replace me after the first pick. So I'm just glad that's not happening because I've never seen a referee get replaced in boxing before. What a weekend. Little League World Series was fantastic yesterday. Shout out to the boys of Florida for winning that game. So it was phenomenal to see that. What a great game. A bunt. You went on a bunt with no one covering first base.
Lake Mary in Florida. It's a suburb of Orlando. And when I used to go there to record my EA Sports Madden, which, by the way, I just got a few codes. We're going to give a few out on the show, the new Madden 25. Nice. I'm going to give out my personal codes to some of you as contest winners. But, AB, this team from Lake Mary, they've been great for years, and there's like big signs on the highways down there, and now they win it all, and they beat Chinese Taipei, I believe, was the final. Did you watch it, AB? Any of it?
I did. And I believe that it's the first team from Florida to ever win the Little League World Series. And I say that as that shows you how freaking hard it is to win the Little League World Series. Florida's a big state with a lot of great baseball play. It might be the best baseball state in the country, right? And, dude, shout out to them, and especially the way that it ended. And then the question, what Rafael was talking about, okay, who has the fight fixed more? The boxer who gets to fire the ref in the middle, or John Gotti III?
Exactly.
It was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Floyd, just stop. Public service announcement. If you're spending one dime on a Floyd Mayweather exhibition fight, then you're the dumb-dumb. You are the dumb-dumb.
The funniest thing, and I don't mean to interrupt, like I know we got to move on, but the funniest thing is that we all know the script in Floyd Mayweather fights. And I'm not saying any disrespect to him, but it's always book a fighter. Floyd's moving. You're not going to touch him, right? Floyd's going to win by decision. That's every Floyd Mayweather fight ever.
Every fight.
It's interesting going into that one to where the guy fighting Floyd can't fight. So Floyd has to cover the fighting in it, and then he's firing the ref, and it's like, we've double booked this. We've got a heel versus a heel. This isn't good.
We're going to be discussing it over on BTT, I assure you. As if for you, those of you MMA fans, we do a lot of that. Are behind the Turnbuckle brand as well. We got 2 different brands, but we have it all for you. All right, enough housekeeping as it were. It's time to get to our picks because we've got about, I don't know what, guys, 4 days to cash stack before we really get knee deep into college football. So, Charles, I'm coming over to you because Fridays and Mondays in the world of soccer, usually you get one featured game. Where are you headed today?
La Liga, they bless us with some midweek action to begin match day 3, and we get Villarreal and Celta Vigo have been must-see, failing to lose and scoring 9 total goals thus far. Plus, when these clubs get together, they just push forward with 3 or more total goals being scored in 3 straight and 4 of the last 5 on Villarreal's home ground. So no point in getting cute here. I'm just sticking with the program for these two sides. I'm backing the over 2.75 full-time goals as I see 3 minimum, but easily can see 4. I even like that both teams are scoring over 2.5 if the 2.75 is not offered. And once again, this is Spain, La Liga, Villarreal, Celta Vigo, and this goes off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
Wasn't Celta Vigo part of our hashtag stay on your toes play last week that we cashed? Yes?
Absolutely. Both teams to score. That is correct, sir.
Hashtag it pays to watch live. Now, Raphael, last night, and whether you're a WNBA fan or an AEW fan, I'm not the hater. I just react to the bad stuff that I see all over social media. And I saw Angel Reese. And why in the world is everybody talking about her as one of the great players? She had one of the worst three-point shots that I've ever seen in the history of three-point shots. And they kept running it over and over and over. So I'm here for it, but I'm not a hater. But today, you're focused on one team total as the WNBA races to the playoffs. You're up, sir.
Yeah, Angel Reese had 5 rebounds in 1 possession. I'd never seen that before. She reminds me of Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman used to do the same thing. He would miss layups and just grab his rebound and dunk or something. So we're going with the Phoenix Mercury team total over 79.5. I am completely blown away on why this total is so low. Their last 5 home games, they're averaging 86 points a game. The last time they played each other and Phoenix, they scored 99 points at home. And who made the Phoenix Mercury schedule? Since July 1st, they've only played 2 home games. How have you only played 2 home games since July 1st? I think they have a big game at home. I think they fly over this. Give the team total over 79.5, laying the 3 nickels.
Raise your hand if you knew that they've only played 2 home games since July 1st. Oh, my God, that's a deep dive, Raphael. That's a hell of a deep dive. Holy smokes. All right. Now, we preach here at DTL, Z-Man, that when you get to the end of August and September, really focus, if you must bet on baseball, teams that have motivation and have reasons to play. And bringing the number down on the run line is so incredibly smart. You're up, sir.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my strategy there. You know, at this point in the season, I there's 2 ways I look at it. With the Phillies, it's the one way where I want to find a team that's really good. I want to find a team that has to win. You got the Phillies, who, of course, have one of the best records in all of baseball. They're also still battling for seeding with the other division winners, NL Central and NL West. And then I want to get the good value. So, okay, they're facing the Astros. Astros have been phenomenal this second half of the season. They're leading the AL West, of course, but you're going to get good value if you take that run line, especially against another good team like Houston. So, Phillies minus 1.5. We like the odds there. We're talking plus 125. And look, you got Zach Wheeler on the hill, all right? He's as good as it gets. So I got a great pitcher going up against a really good team, which is going to get me the good value. That's why I take the run line. Plus the Phillies coming off a series where they scored 26 runs at Kansas City. So they've been scoring lately. You got a great pitcher, and that's where I find the value. Also, if we're not going to take a team that's really good and a team that has a lot to play for, how about we just play against the worst team? And that's the Chicago White Sox. So the Tigers are at the White Sox. Now, the White Sox, you know, if you lose 100 games in a season, that means you suck. Well, the White Sox are already 100 losses in, and I got news for you. There's still 31 games left in this season. So we're playing against the White Sox here just as much as we're playing for the Tigers on the run line. The White Sox, they were just swept. We're going Tigers minus 1.5. We're getting plus money there also. So I like the run line. Phillies, a great team. Run line. Tigers going up against the worst team. Run line, and that's plus 110.
Mark says the White Sox suck.
Oh,
you started a trend. You started a movement, Z-Man. Oh,
I know.
It's literally my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to say. And your head and your voice is always in when oh God, I love it so much. I love it so much. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out Mark, their new website, I think it's Robbie, right, AB? Robbie and Mark are doing the website together.
It's Mark and his son.
Oh, okay. Mark and his son. All
Yep.
right. Amazing. We're going to keep promoting them. This is how much he cares. Swear to God, I don't want to put him on blast. He sent me an email the other day, AB, and he's like, anything that you can help me with from a talent standpoint, brand standpoint, he just wants to be better and be connected to us as we grow this big community that we are starting. That's how much Mark cares about what he's doing and for the people at home, AB. It's amazing.
Mark's fantastic. Robbie is too, right? I mean, both of those guys are great. Now, you compare that in the chat. Liddy asked, what hat size I wear because I want a Raiders hat. And it was really nice of Randall Mims to say that I have a size watermelon head. That was very kind, but Mark's the best, man. He's awesome.
So let's go over to watermelon head then. AB,
I'll tell you what. I'll take this for you, Coach. We're going to play a little game here, all right? Choose your own adventure. Do you want breaking news, Major League Baseball, or college football? Which would you like first?
Oh, God. Breaking news, of course.
Nick Chubb is out at least the first 4 games for the Cleveland Browns on the PUP list, physically unable to perform coming off that injury from last year. And that's at least the first 4 games. So we'll have to go back. Everybody go back and take a look at those Browns bets over under in the rest of the division that we have posted right there on the front of Driving the Line on YouTube. But yeah, Nick Chubb, that just came out.
September 3rd, by the way, AB, will be the day that we're discussing. So next Tuesday, we're discussing the AFC North. So we'll be able to really break down what the Browns are doing within that division now that they're going to be without their best running back for at least 4 games. AB, thank you for that. All right, AB, we got 4 plays, including college football. Let's go.
All right, so we'll go Major League Baseball first. Aaron Judge. You're going to read this and think, what in the world is he doing? Aaron Judge over 1.5 strikeouts. That's right. This man has been hitting home runs to every planet in the solar system over the last week. And you know what? This man is due for a day off. But you can't bench him. You can't sit him because he's on such a tear. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do it on purpose. I'm going to say my man is tired and he's going on the road. Look, I think this is the perfect day for a fade Aaron Judge day. I'm going to take him over 1.5 strikeouts at plus 200. Next, we're going to go with the Royals and the Guardians over 8.5. They're playing a doubleheader today. This is going to be game 1. Really good pitching matchup, but anytime that you have a doubleheader in there, especially with teams that very much know each other and all of these games matter, you could throw all that out the window. They're going to be hitting today, especially Jose Ramirez in both games. I think it's going to be a big day for him. So we're going to take that one over 8.5. And I believe the start, I don't have it in front of me. It might be 1 p.m. Eastern. I think it's the first game off.
1:10.
Today.
Yes.
Yep. So those are the 2 Major League Baseball. Now, 2 for college football that we want to go ahead and beat the lines. First, Colorado minus 9.5 against North Dakota State. North Dakota State went 11-4 last year. You know them. They're always good. They're a tough football team. And I don't believe much in Colorado, but what I do believe is this, is Deion Sanders is a proud guy, and pride means something to him, and he's been taking a shellacking all last year, all off season. They might lose 11 games. But, buddy, they might put it all over North Dakota State in game 1. So I'm going to take Colorado at 9.5 before that number gets to 10 or even 10.5. And then lastly, that game's on Thursday, by the way. Sunday, all right, by itself, we have LSU versus USC live from Raphael City of Las Vegas. We're going to take LSU minus 4.5. USC has moved conferences. They're in the Big Ten. They tried to get out of this game all summer. LSU said, no, Haas, you are lining it up, and we're jamming it down thine throat for 60 minutes. LSU and Brian Kelly absolutely have something to prove this year, and they're going to start this thing off hot. So I'm going to take LSU minus 4.5 before that number gets to 5 or even more.
I absolutely love it. And our schedule for this year, because we're not going to do the big hour-long shows every week. We just don't have the bandwidth, and we just don't think it makes sense. So Wednesdays will be our college football day that will be among the picks. We'll be discussing the big games of the day, or the week. So this Wednesday, we'll be discussing Clemson and Georgia, Miami, and Florida, and also on the podcast as well. So we got you covered. You just got to tune into all the shows to get the information. But beating the number on Monday, very, very important, especially as the lines move, especially in college football. Gentlemen, well done today. Now, this is the final day of 16 days. We've been doing 2 teams a day in our countdown to the NFL. But we head out to the AFC West. Producer man, roll it. All right, it's a new look Denver Broncos team. No more Russell Wilson. And damn it, look at that win total. That is not a typo. And it is juiced to the over, as you can imagine. 5.5. This according to DraftKings. So, AB, let me come over to you because the Broncos, the last couple of years, they just have not been good. Now, they don't have a true leader at quarterback, which is reflected in this number. Are you going over or under?
I'm going over. 5.5 wins. I'm not saying that I'm, all in on the Broncos. This is a John Elway type season. I'm not saying that, but I'm going to play the number here, and I think that they're better than 5.5, and I think that they'll get there. I like Sean Payton as a coach. I like Bo Nix, man. Like, Auburn's the only school that couldn't figure out how to use him. Everybody else has won a ton of games with Bo Nix, and it didn't take Sean Payton long to mark him down as a starter. They've got a good quarterback room. They've got a really good wide receiver room, and we know that Denver has a defense, right? So, look, we're not calling for some kind of a playoff run, but 5.5, yeah, I'll take the over there.
6-11 would cash that ticket to put it in a little bit of perspective. Z-Man, where are you headed, sir?
Yeah, I think this Bronco team is terrible. I think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the league. Like, when I look at the AFC, I think it's New England and Denver that are going to be coming up the rear there. So I'm going under 5.5 wins, plus 110. I'm not a fan of Sean Payton. I'm also rooting against him. I hated the way he treated Russell Wilson last year. Sean Payton's got a lot of smartest guy in the room going on, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. And that quarterback room is brutal. Look, I know Bo Nix, they're very high on him. Doesn't mean he's going to be any good his rookie year. And you look at those other 2 quarterbacks too, Jarrett Stidham, Zach Wilson. Give me a break. I don't think there's a lot going on the offensive side of the football there. I think Denver's going to be really bad. I'm going under 5.5.
And let's remember what Tom Brady just said, basically that it's criminal if a NFL team puts a rookie quarterback out there to start in year number 1. He hates it, doesn't like it. By the way, I love discussing the NFL because everybody is all over the place. AB kind of likes Sean Payton. You don't like Sean Payton. Joe in the chat calls him a dinosaur, says he needs to go. Maiden Focus says Javonte should do well. Not sure about the rest of the team. Raphael, where do you stand?
I'm not the biggest Sean Payton fan either. He should have had 2 rings in New Orleans, and he only got 1 with that team that he had there. But with Green with Zaslow here, I like to under plus money not because I'm a big fan of Denver or I think they're going to stink. Plus money on the older. If I need to hedge it down the road, I'm going to get plus money again. So if I need to hedge it, if they're getting close to 6 wins, I can get plus money both ways on this future and on the game. And I just don't trust that quarterback situation. This year, they have to play 4 games against AFC North, 2 games against the Kansas City coaches, and 3 more against potential playoff teams. So their schedule is just brutal. I can see them floating around 5-6 wins. There's no way to go 7.
Oh, Taylor in the chat says fans up here are so delusional after their 3 preseason wins. Bronco fans going to be crying after week number 5. Taylor, I agree with you.
Should I be frightened that the Titans also went 3-0 in the preseason?
Are you going to be crying too, AB?
No, I fully very know what's coming this season, and it's not greatness.
Oh my God. All right, Charles, we going over or under with you, sir?
I'm rolling with the Broncos over 5.5 wins. Look, I don't have high expectations for this team, but I can see them getting at least 6 wins based on the schedule and division. Steelers, Raiders, and Chargers, they should split. Then the Panthers, Saints, Bucks, Colts, and Browns, those are definitely winnable games. Plus, I'm required to like Sean Payton based off the Super Bowl he brought the Saints, and he's won at least 7 games in every season that he's coached. So, yeah, give me the Broncos over 5.5 wins.
Oh, that 1 win makes you a fan loyal for life. Charles, for life. All right, it doesn't matter how good or bad a team is. Props. they know no bounds of goodness or suckiness. So, AB, what's your Broncos prop today?
We're going to go with your boy, Patrick Surtain II. We're going to take him over 1.5 interceptions all year long. Plus 100 coming on that left side, cornerback ready to come across the middle. Shut down, no-fly zone. Look, I like Pat Surtain a lot, and why I like this bet, excuse me, is that if the Broncos stink, people are going to be throwing the ball all over him, right? He'll grab him a couple. Tip ball, Oski, turn it around. But he can still play some pretty decent defense, right? I know he's getting a little bit older, but yeah, over 1.5 interceptions, give it to me. I'll plus money, I'll take that bet all day long.
That's a really good place to start. Z, man, let me come over to you because you and Raphael are kind of in simpatico today. Let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I love this Broncos one or more touchdown every game play. It's just one touchdown. It could be through the air. It could be on the ground. And we're talking plus money. We're talking plus 275. So I think it's great value there, even when you look at this Denver team. Man, I just told you they're going to be terrible, but I don't think they're going to get shut out on a weekly basis. We're only talking one touchdown here. So plus 275, I think that's a fun little play right there.
There could be a lot of 30 to 14 games this year, Steven. You know what I mean? But we also believe that they're going to be behind in a lot of games with Raphael, which could lead to what?
A lot of passing TDs. Coach, last year this prop hit. I couldn't believe that. And they didn't have, so I called DraftKings and said, hey, did you have this prop bet last year? They said no. Then why is it 35-1 if you didn't have it last year and it hit last year? Maybe Bo knows football. I'm talking Bo Nix, not Bo Jackson, but maybe he will have a really good rookie year and throw the ball. I was just totally blown away that last year they threw a touchdown pass in every single game, and now I'm getting 35-1 this year. This number should have been anywhere between 20-1 if it hit last year. A lot of exposure on this prop bet for DraftKings.
All right, one passing touchdown every single game plus 3,500. I can sink my teeth into that. Charles, where are you headed, sir, with Mr. Bo Nix?
I do think Bo Nix will have a decent season. I'm going to grab him as the most rookie passing yards. I know Caleb Williams is the favorite in this field, but Sean Payton should place his rookie quarterback in the best positions to succeed. Plus, he's got a decent offensive core, Cortland Sutton and little Jordan Humphrey and company. So, yeah, give me Bo Nix, most rookie passing yards plus 350.
Oh, I love it. I love how Charles is laser focused. By the way, Joe says 35-1. Now we're talking. I just got stopped in my tracks. I'm going to be honest with you, because everybody's here. We're flowing. We're kicking it. We're talking NFL. Feels good. The live number is up. And then who moseys in, AB, at 23 minutes past the hour, complaining about his new job, complaining about chairs in his office. You got an office. Shut up. DG is here, ladies and gentlemen. AB, 23 minutes after the hour. Here we go. Let's give him a DG clap.
Oh, Oski himself.
Oh,
I could go for a mellow yellow, though. I might swing by a Drury after the show.
I like that.
Yeah.
By the way, he's probably a little bit in his feelings today because not only did Soupy beat him in the first DTL showdown of the year, he beat him on the money line as well, getting 10.5.
He also beat him in the group text, and that didn't take but 1 second for Soupy to start wearing him out.
I kind of felt bad for him, to be honest. I really, really did.
I'll give DG this. He fired back. He goes, yeah, I remember my first betting win.
He did do that. Oh, it's brutal up here in the DTL universe. All right, let's move to team number 32 in our countdown. And that is the new look Chargers. Jim Harbaugh, way to leave Michigan in your wake. Embarrassing. But now he's a new head coach, and he loves Mr. Justin Herbert, the number 8.5, according to DraftKings. It is very much juice to the over AB at minus 155. What say you?
I am the biggest believer in Jim Harbaugh ever. I love everything about the way he coaches, all of it. But I have to go with the under here, and I'm just playing a number. 8.5 under in that division in the AFC, and you're giving me plus 130. Look, they could go 8-9, right? Like I'm just, there's so many more ways that this goes under 9 wins than it does over. If anything happens to Herbert, you're cashing this thing. Again, I love Jim Harbaugh and his enthusiasm, and in his system works everywhere because it ain't a gimmick. He just knows what the hell he's doing. But I'm playing a number here. Give me under 8.5.
Well, it's going to work in the NFL because he ain't going back to college. Not ever. Not ever. Z-Man, you've been talking all about it on ESPN radio. Where you headed?
Yeah, I hate the minus 155, but I believe they're going over 8.5. I think this is over 500 team. So, the value can be at the under, but I don't think it's going to hit. So I'll lay down the money. We'll go over 8.5. Harbaugh not only wins wherever he goes, but especially at the NFL level, when he got to San Francisco, that was not a good team. He turned it around right away. All right. He turned it around right away with a quarterback in Alex Smith at that point, who was considered a bust after being the number 1 overall pick. A few years later, Harbaugh gets there, and they're a big-time contender right away. Justin Herbert, at this point in his career, is a much better player than Alex Smith was at that point. So I think Harbaugh gets this thing on the right track really quick, and we're just talking about going over 500. So I'm going to have to lay the money and go with over 8.5.
All right. I have a tendency to agree with you. 9 wins for this team when, to me, you have an elite quarterback at your disposal and a proven head coach. All jokes aside, that's what Jim Harbaugh is. I have a tendency to lean to the over as well. Raphael, what about you?
I'm leaning towards the under 8.5 plus money. To AB was correct. The number is fantastic, and I did 2 different types of numbers, and I only had one of those numbers come out with 9 wins. Do we trust Jim Harbaugh? Do we trust the health of their QBs, not just Hubert, but all their other QBs? And the defense is always banged up with Bosa. I just don't trust all this scooping up just because khakis is there. Is he going to wear blue khakis? Is he going to wear tan khakis? I need to know, because he wore blue khakis in Michigan and won the title. So I just don't see 9 wins coming out of LA. That's a tough. They have to play the Chiefs. That's a very, very tough schedule. So I'm going to take the under plus money.
It is a tough division, that is for sure. Maiden Focus says, I didn't realize that Eckler was gone. Yep, so is Keenan Allen as well. He's in Chicago. So, Charles, where are you headed, over or under?
I'm back in the under 8.5 for the Chargers as well. I kind of think their schedule is kind of easy, but I'm still not convinced. Herbert Abear is fully healthy, just coming out of that walking boot as well. Plus, this roster, I don't think the coach is a big fan of this. I think this is a transition season as well, because they still have the Chiefs they have to play twice. I think they split with the Raiders, Broncos, and Bengals, Browns, Ravens, Falcons, Bucks, and Saints. Yeah, I can definitely see 8 and 9 as best is what I come up with for the Chargers this season.
When you actually say the teams out loud like you just did, Charles, it makes me take a step back just a little bit. Man, this is going to be an incredible season. I can't wait. Now, let's head over to our props. AB, where are you headed, sir?
All right, so we're going Khalil Mack over 8.75 sacks at minus 115 because Jim Harbaugh defenses, their outside linebackers can come inside and they could go all over the place, especially when you have a Bosa on the line. I love the Bosa play as well. But I'm going to go Khalil Mack over 8.75 sacks. Defense always plays super, super aggressive, especially if they're losing in games, winning in games. It doesn't matter. Jim Harbaugh only knows one way. And you guys were talking about Austin Eckler being gone from this team. Here's the interesting fact about their running back room now.
Yes.
All right. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, who both played for his brother, John Harbaugh. So he's got a familiarity with these running backs. We'll see. But yeah, I like Khalil Mack, 8.75 sacks.
Just stay healthy.
Yep.
Both guys need to stay healthy. That's why Baltimore let them walk. But if they do stay healthy, you are absolutely right. So you mentioned Joey Bosa. So, Raphael, let me come over to you. You think on the other side, Bosa could have a big year?
Yeah, we're going over 7.25 sacks, laying to 3 nickels with Joey Bosa. And I know he's already hurt and he's like the Anthony Davis of the NFL, but just give me double-digit games. I'm not asking to play every season, because every time he goes for double-digit games since he's been playing in the NFL, he has hit this prop number. Just give me 10, 11, 12 games. I don't want all 17. Just give me double digits and we'll cash this. 7.25 is very, very low for him.
It really, really is. Now, I was shocked that Z-Man found his number for the Broncos play. I think with Herbert as the quarterback, Z-Man, I'm even more shocked at this number. You're up.
Yeah, similar play, obviously, with the Broncos, but this is a team that should have a really good offense, and they got a really good quarterback. So, Chargers, 1+ touchdown every single game, all 17. You're getting plus 175. So, if you think the Chargers, are going to be a bad team, like if you think they're under 8.5, all right, well, they got a quarterback who could sling it, so they'll play from behind. You can get touchdowns that way. I happen to think that the Chargers are going to be an above 500 team, which is also likely going to mean that they're going to score a ton of points. So 1 touchdown every single game, passing, running, special teams. I don't care. I'm not going to discriminate on how they score the touchdown. It's plus 175, so I'm into it.
It might be my favorite play of all 32 teams that we've had for this entire countdown. I can't believe that this is plus money. I can't. Shout out to Abe Zilla. He says, I have a 35-1 on the Chargers scoring a rushing touchdown in every game this year, which is very similar to the play that Raphael had on the Broncos throwing a touchdown. So these books are getting more creative every single year. Charles, you're up.
I'm going to take the Chargers to get exactly 2 wins in their first 5 games. That scheduled to start out with, they get the Raiders at home, but then Panthers on the road, Steelers on the road. I could see potentially those their 2 wins, because then they have the Chiefs at home, and then they go on the road to the Broncos. So I'm going to go 2 exact wins for the Chargers in the first 5 games.
All right. A lot of different plays, a lot of different ideas. Remember, we're doing the AFC West on Thursday, September 5th, when the Chiefs open up the season at home against the Ravens. Also, for you crew members, DTL After Dark, 2 of the 3 nights a week will be crew exclusives. One night, we're still deciding, will be for everybody. So if you're not a crew member yet, I encourage you to join in the course of the next 10 days. Gentlemen, as always, well freaking done. 32 up. 32 down. Now, if you weren't here at the top of the hour, 10 a.m. Eastern time, don't even worry about it. We got you covered. A little thing we like to call the whip around, which is presented by Reagan, the movie.
Welcome to your life.
You can run from a bully for so long,
There's no
but after a while, you're going to have to stand up to him.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
I am about to start the biggest war of this century.
You told me you wanted to make a difference in this world.
What would you have me do?
I want you to fight!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wants to rule the world.
Can't believe I'm going to be front and center on August 30th. All right. We still have a ton of baseball before the playoffs even start. Yesterday, this man on the screen went yard twice. He will be part of the discussion today on DTL, the podcast. Aaron Judge on pace, Charles, to break his own American League record, on pace for 63. So today, plus 140. We got Vlad, plus 310. Jose Ramirez, plus 400. My man, Bobby Witt Jr., also plus 400. And Ian Happ of Raphael's beloved, stinky Chicago Cubs at plus 475. Charles, who's going to go the yard?
You know, I would take Judge, but I just can't roll with that plus 140. So I'm going to go with Vladdy plus 310 and the Green Monster against good old Nick Pavetta. So, yeah, for show purposes, Vladdy Guerrero plus 310.
It's all about show right now for Vlad. They are 9.5 games out of the wild card race. Z-Man, who's going to go to the yard for you?
Go big or go home, playa. I'm going with Ian Happ. Let's do it. Plus 475. Cubs, they're at the Pirates. They're coming off a series this weekend, obviously, against the Marlins. Ian Happ, let's go with it. Let's make some money on a Monday.
Oh, my God. I love you so much. I can't believe you're a part of our crew. All right. In the chat, Jason says, Jose. Raphael.
I was hoping you would skip over me because I'm crying because he picked Ian Happ. I'm picking Ian Happ too at plus 475. I can't remember the last time a Cubs player was on this list. But AB's going to need to give me that stat. I'm going Ian Happ. I can't believe they didn't sweep Miami yesterday. There was more people in my living room downstairs right now than it was at that Miami game against the Cubs yesterday. Give me Ian Happ plus 475.
They were all hanging out at the Z-Man's mansion. You know, he's very much the accommodator. AB, where are you headed, sir?
So Ian Happ has faced Mitch Keller, one of the best pitchers in baseball, 25 times, and Ian Happ is hitting 360 career against Mitch with multiple bombs. Ian Happ, I was going to go there if anybody didn't choose him, so I'll go Jose Ramirez, my guy. We're playing the Guardians Royals over. Bobby Witt, feel free to hit some too, buddy. We don't mind that one at all, but I think Ramirez is going to have a good day. But yeah, Ian Happ, he's about the only one who hits Mitch Keller consistently and well. That's a great choice right there.
Only in the DTL universe would we brag about cashing tickets in a 9-1 game or a 9-2 game. But hey, if it cashes, it cashes. By the way, Edson says, yo, AB, I didn't see the Why Not Us gear, so I got a hat and a dirty, dirty shirt to start the DTL collection, Charles. Somebody has your shirt. Let's go.
There we go. There we go. Edson, that's my dog right there. You know what? Great call on both of them. Well done. At drivingtheline.com.
If you buy something, take a picture of it, send it in. We'll get as many on the show as we possibly can that makes sense. So, Edson, we need to see you in the dirty, dirty shirt. The man who is named after this is, of course, Charles. This is where we do 10 seconds or less, one nugget per game. Start us off, sir.
Congratulations, Edson. Yeah, we're going to the La Liga, Villarreal, Celta Vigo, over 2.75 full-time goals. I see at least 3 here. This one has a 2-2 type feel. And once again, this goes off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
Very good. Raphael, let's go to the WNBA.
We're going with the Phoenix Mercury team total over 79.5, laying those 3 nickels. They're averaging 86 points a game in their last 5 home games. And last time they two played each other, they scored 99. So give me the Mercury team total over 79.5.
Boom. Let's go to the run line in the major leagues. Z-Man.
Yeah, so I'm willing to lay the run line -1.5 for +125. The Phillies, you got Zach Wheeler on the hill. You're getting that number also because you're going against the Astros. And the Tigers, look, I'm taking the Tiger run line. They're not a playoff team, but they're going up against the White Sox, who have already lost 100 games this year. So Phillies -1.5, Tigers -1.5 as well.
Absolutely love it. All right, AB, bring us home.
God, the record is what, 120 losses? And I think that was in the 60s by an expansion team. That is insane, man. All right, 2 baseball plays, 2 college football plays. Aaron Judge over 1.5 strikeouts at +200. Royals Guardians over 8.5 at -115. And then Thursday night college football, Colorado -9.5 against North Dakota State. And Sunday night college football, LSU -4.5 against Southern California.
Fan-freaking-tastic. And as we are live, I get to see my beautiful dog. Come here, guys, real quick. It's Monday. It's Money Monday. We're all about family. Come on. I get up in the morning right here. Are you kidding me right now? I don't know if you've ever seen her. This is my daughter, Kiana. This is Kiana, JJ. Oh, JJ, I was telling them the story about yesterday. I thought I shot 79. And then you redid. Raphael couldn't believe you redid the scorecard. Did you redo the scorecard? Tell him.
Hey, a real store is a real store.
Yeah, he shot at 80, not a 79.
Stop beating me.
Got a big new part in the school play this fall. So congratulations.
Congrats.
They got to get to school. They got to go money for dad. I love you. All right. See you guys later. All right. JJ, you can go. We got to continue.
I forgot it. I forgot you guys were in Pacific time. I was like, yeah, I also showed up to school 2 hours late, but no.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, it's amazing. And I'm telling you right now, for any dad out there or mom that has a kid who can now drive to school, oh my God, it is an absolute game changer. A game changer when they can drive themselves. Amazing. Those 2 kids are amazing. All right, gentlemen, as always, fantastic. Z-Man. Raphael, I'll see you on DTL, the podcast, in a few minutes. But producer, man, it's time to wrap things up with the closing bell. Oh, we miss Howie every single day. What is the crew going to go with today, AB?
We do. And the Crews go with the Astros Phillies over 8. Feeling it there with both of those just absolutely fun teams. Astros on a tear right now. So, yep, over 8. There you go.
I want a 6-4, 6-3 Phillies win. Then everybody cashes. Everybody cashes.
Okay, I'll tell you what. 6-4 or 6-3. Either team, if one of those happens, Coach, we have to get your shirt on the site. We've been trying it. Hey, if it's 6-4, 6-3, either side, it's time.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk. If it happens, then we'll talk about it. I like that to be for the guys. You guys know me. I just like to run things. It's never, it's not about me. All right, we'll talk about it. All right, AB, you're the man. Have a great day, sir. Have a great day. Producer man, thank you for the one shot. Do not forget, DTL, the podcast drops around 2 p.m. Eastern time this afternoon and every single weekday. As I mentioned at the top of the show, college football discussion on Wednesdays. Our NFL picks will be Thursdays. DTL After Dark, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. You want props? You want a little fantasy? That'll be on our Football Fridays as well with the entire crew. We've got you covered. Turn on your notifications. Follow us everywhere. Social media. Subscribe to our channels. It is time. This has just been the preseason. It's now time to get serious. And we need everybody. Tell all your friends. Tell all your families to come right here to DTL. So with all that being said, it is now time for you to go out into the world. For you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another. Be honest with each other. That's the only way that this thing can work. And understand this. There's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, Lobo, my man from the Dirty Charles, my man from South Beach, Z-Man, my numbers guy, Raphael, producer man, always behind the scenes making the show look like $1 million, and my partner, AB, our 5-tool player. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's truly what we're all about right here at Driving the Line. Good luck.